So I'm heading to a Raymark later on tonight, and I'm gonna go dig a little bit of a common before I head up. I couldn't get hold of any ragworm, which I'd have liked for tonight. So I'm gonna take it. We'll go dig some common. I need to nip to the tackle shop, grab a bit of mackerel, maybe a bit of squid, and yeah, that'll be me sorted for tonight. So I'm just down at my common lug mark at the moment. It's still a couple of hours before low tide, but I reckon in about half hour or so I'll be able to jump out and get onto some of the marks down here. Over to the left of the shot now, there are a few rag beds, but they're few and far between. This is mainly a common mark, common blow lug. So this is what we're looking for on the beach here. If you get a big area with plenty of these lugworm casts in, this is where we're going to dig. So, what we're after. Lovely. Fat boy. Fat boy. So here's my haul of commons for tonight. I'd say I probably ended up with about 30 odd there, maybe 3/4 of a pound's worth. Not really sure, to be honest, but it looks like it'll be plenty for me tonight. Yeah, I'll get these wrapped up, head home, sort our kit out. Ta-da! So this is where I'm going to be fishing tonight. I don't know what the sound's going to come out like. It's pretty windy here. It's quite a shallow beach, best at low water. Down to the left there's a stream that runs into the water. I'm going to be walking up roughly around there and fishing out there. Yeah, we'll give it half an hour and then I'm going to walk down to the beach, get set up, and we'll try and catch some fish. Right, so I'm just set up on the beach now. horrible storm at the moment. I've got one rod out. I'm not going to bother putting the second one out for a little bit because it is the weather's bloody atrocious. But I've got 2 hook clips, size 1 hooks, put a bit of mackerel on each. I've slung that out. When I walked down to cast the bait in, there was hundreds of them little silvery bait fish. I picked up a couple. So it's how do I hold this? So you're not gonna be able to probably see it here, but these little silvery bait fish, I know that's crap, scattering the shoreline, and as soon as my bait hit the water, I had a thumping bite on my new rod, and there's something on there now, so I'm going to go reel it in. If I catch a fish, I'll let you know, but I can't bring the camera out of this little tent here. You might not be able to tell, but it's absolutely blowing a gale, so I'll catch you in a bit if I get any fish. Right, first cast on the common. Is a scad. I think it's a scad. There we go, fish number 1. That was caught on the common lug. It's a weird fish, isn't it? Well, I guess these guys are in chasing all them little bait fish that I saw washed up on the beach. Yeah, anyway, bring you back when we get a better fish than a scad. So our second mate of the night is Mr. Dogfish. It's fish number 3. I had another scad, but I thought I'd just show you this extra one because it's a different species. But there's our doggy. Fuck me, the weather is awful. Bloody hell. Right, I'm gonna get this fish back, and hopefully I get a flatty or a ray that I can show you, but for the time being you're going to have to make do with scad and dogs. Alright, I'll catch you in a minute. So I've just had another doggy and another scad, so that's 3 scad, 2 doggies. I can't set the camera down, I'm having a walk maybe 60 yards down the beach my rods are at the moment, so you know, my bivvy's set up here at the, it's not even on the high water mark. I'm going to have to clear off way before high water, otherwise I'll be stuck in the mud. I've just popped up here now to let you know that. I'll have a quick coffee and then head back down, but the fish have all come on the common lug. I've started picking up more of them little sprats or whatever they are on the floor. I think I'm going to lob a few of them on me hook, but I reckon I'll just fucking hit more scad doing that. At the moment I'm fishing 2 hook clip down size 1 hooks, so I might switch up and lob out a pulley rig with a big bit of mackerel, maybe a bit of scad on it. But yeah, it's not low water, sorry, for another hour or so, so generally the fishing hasn't started yet, but I'll keep going and I'll bring you back when I get a ray. Alright, so species, oh my god, I'm useless trying to work out how to use this bloody camera, but there's a little place, species number 3 tonight, and yeah, oh, there he goes. Let's see if I can do it on camera. I doubt anyone can see that, but Little place. Quite nice. Yeah. It's 26 centimetre. That just ended up as the biggest nightmare session I can remember. So, Jesus Christ, the weather really come in. Rain was coming down sideways, and it was because me bivvy and that was set so far up at high tide. I was just out in the elements. I had, after that place just before then, I had 2 more place, but as soon as low water hit, I couldn't cast out more than 40 or so yards because the weed out there was just completely horrendous, and it just, my gear just went straight away. It was just chock-a-block with weed. So if I casted more than 40 yards, I had the weed to contend with and the weather. So I decided that I'll just lob a few in just at my feet, sort of 10-20 yards out into the breakers, and I picked up a couple more places like that. But when you're targeting the rays down here, you need to be hitting the lead at least 100 yards from the low water point. So I couldn't get the bait to where the rays were, just because of the weather and because of all the weed. So to sum it up, just had a bit of a nightmare session, and this mark's a pain in the ass because everything gets covered in sand. I bloody hate sand. But in the next couple of days, I know a mark where I'm not going to get full of sand and it's quite sheltered, and I think I can, don't want to say it, but guarantee a nice fish there, nice ray. So yeah, the fishing beat me this time, but I'll get you next time, eh? Alright, cheers.